this video, we're taking a look at the top 5 fastest killing guns here in Modern Warfare 3. If you're looking to transform your gameplay for the better, y'all came to the right place. So if you guys enjoy, feel free, drop a like on the vid, subscribe to the channel, turn those post notifications, let me know down in the comment section what's your favorite gun to use currently. Now, for the first weapon, we're taking a look at the MCW. I found a class setup after the nerf that makes this weapon just as good as it was pre-patch. Now, for the muzzle, we are going to be rocking the compensated flash hider, a fantastic attachment on any AR and SMG, allowing us to have kind of a suppressor, but also jacking up that long-range performance. We're getting firing aiming stability, horizontal recoil control, vertical recoil control, and we're also going to shorten our radar ping, making nukes a lot easier. Now, we are going to run an underbarrel with this build, and I do recommend rocking the FTAC MSP98 hand stop. If you don't have this unlocked, get it unlocked immediately, because it's overall going to smooth out that recoil pattern, but also go ahead and bump up that medium range performance as well with that increased movement speed as well as aim walking speed. And obviously we do have the advantage of vertical and gun kick control with this attachment. What you want to do with the MCW is slap on an optic as well. The iron sights are okay, but after the update, you definitely want to have either a slate reflector on this class setup, or my personal favorite, the Mark the Reflector, just to make sure this weapon is as easy to use as possible. It's the MCW, for crying out loud. We want to have a point and shoot laser. Now, to help us out even more, we are going to rock a stock, and the RB Regal Heavy is going to be a fantastic choice, going ahead and increasing that recoil control at those longer ranges and also bumping up that gun kick control. You have tack stand spread as a nice bonus here, so definitely go ahead and take advantage of this. And then finally, we are going to be running a rear grip for this class setup, and the RB Claw PSL is another good attachment to couple with a lot of other recoil controlling attachments here, further smoothing out that recoil pattern with that firing aim stability as well as gun kick and recoil control. Once you go ahead and jump in the firing range, you're going to see here this class setup is going to be nasty because we have a relatively fast ADS, and then obviously we are going to have a setup that has very low recoil. Like you're going to see, a lot of my builds in this video also have low recoil. For the main of the setup, we are going to be taking advantage of the Core 45. This is a disgusting weapon, especially when you build it right. Now, first off, we are going to run the conversion kit here, which is going to be transforming this into kind of a submachine gun. It's going to be kind of a repeater fire, so you're going to be getting a faster fire rate. Now, what you also want to do is slap on a muzzle, and we're going to be rocking the Colossal Suppressor XS, taking us off the radar and also bumping up that recoil control. We are running an underbarrel, and we're going to be rocking the exoskeletal foregrip. This is going to be a good attachment on this class setup, allowing us to go ahead and bump up that aim down sight speed and making sure we can run and gun with that increased recoil control as well as sprint to fire speed. Now, what you want to do here, because we are running the submachine gun version with this pistol, the 40-round drum is going to be a fantastic choice because you do want to have as much ammo as possible. The fire rate is significantly increased. And because we do have the conversion kit, make sure you guys have on the stock attachment equipped, which is going to be dynamic precision stock, going ahead and bumping up that recoil and gun kick. Overall, a great setup with the Core 45. You can rock this weapon semi-automatic if you want to, but for me personally, I do like having the full auto version because it's going to be a good backup, kind of having two primaries on the same setup. Now, we are going to finish up this class setup with the munitions box, scavenger gloves, covert sneakers, bone conduction headset to hear footsteps and gunfire a lot easier, as well as ghost TV camo. Overall, a great perk, allowing us to take ourselves off the radar. And then finally, we are going to rock that comms vest, which is going to be amazing, pretty much giving us a 24/7 UAV. Every time you run over somebody's body, you're going to get a radar beacon letting you know if anybody is in your general vicinity. And here, multiplayer, the sponsor's so bad, somebody is always in your general vicinity. Make sure you guys go ahead and check out the MCW as well as this Core 45 setup. I run the Core 45 on all of my classes, so is definitely approved. Now, for class setup number 2, we are taking a look at the HOLGER 556, a meta weapon in Modern Warfare 3 after the recent update. Luckily, we can rock a real suppressor on this class, and the VT7 Spirit Fire is a massive W, taking us off the radar fully and also bumping up recoil control, bullet velocity, and damage range. Now, we are going to run an underbarrel with this setup as well, and the X10 Phantom 5 hand stop is phenomenal, smoothing out that recoil pattern and also bumping up our sprint to fire speed and aim down sight speed, a universal attachment for a universal assault rifle. For the optic, we are going to be running either the slate reflector or the Mark III reflector. This gun is going to be good at any and all ranges, so it's nice to have an optic that's going to make things a hell of a lot easier. Now, we are going to be rocking a rear grip on this setup, and I do recommend rocking the Morn 20 grip to not only bump up gun kick and recoil, but also that flinch resistance, making sure this weapon is going to be rock solid at mid ranges when you are running and gunning and taking out more than one person at the same time. And then finally, we are going to rock a stock, and I do recommend rocking the RB Adel Assault stock overall, just to go ahead and bump up that recoil control and gun kick on this AR. Once you jump in the firing range, you're going to see this setup is going to be amazing because we do have a fast ADS, and like all of my setups you're going to see in this video, this gun is going to have very, very little recoil. Overall, a disgusting setup. Everything else is going to be the same at the same exact secondary, field upgrade, gloves, boots, gear, everything is going to be the same, as well as the vest. Definitely go ahead and check out this HOLGER 556 setup. It is nasty. I think a lot of you guys will definitely enjoy it. Now, for class setup number 3, we're taking a look at the BASB. This gun is the real deal. It is a monster no matter what setup you actually run on it, ironically. Now, we are going to be rocking the VT7 Spearfire suppressor on this unit, allowing us to take ourselves off the radar fully and also bumping up that recoil control, bullet velocity, and damage range. Now, I've personally loved running the barrels on the BASB. These are going to be great attachments, but the Bruin Venom long barrel is going to be a massive W, going ahead and extending that range and also giving us additional recoil control and smoothness at longer ranges. We are going to rock an underbarrel with this class setup. If you cannot control the recoil, the Bruin heavy support grip is going to be a good option, fully smoothing out the recoil pattern, and coupled with that barrel, you are going to be unstoppable. Now, again, this is going to be for those of you who cannot control the recoil with this gun. What you also can do with this setup, if you don't want to run the underbarrel, is rock an optic. I'm giving you guys a couple of options with this setup. The slate reflector, or my personal favorite, the Mark III reflector, is going to be a good choice here because, let's be honest here, having an optic makes things a hell of a lot easier. Now, just for the sake of the setup, I am going to remove the underbarrel, but we are going to go ahead and slap on a magazine just so we can go ahead and bump up that bullet velocity, because this gun only has 20 by default, so you're gonna have to compensate. Do you want to be laser accurate or have more ammo capacity? I think honestly, if you are a more running gun player, having more ammo capacity is going to be more important, but if you're somebody that likes to sit back and be more accurate, obviously that Bruin support grip is going to be a good choice. And then finally, we are going to run a stock here, and I do recommend rocking the Ravage 20 heavy stock to fully increase that gun kick control, recoil control, and firing aiming stability on this battle rifle, pretty much AR, which we just made. Once you jump in the firing range, you're going to see this setup is going to be nasty. We have a relatively fast ADS for a battle rifle, and again, like all my builds, this thing is not going to be moving. We are going to have a absolute laser beam. It is disgusting. Man, the setup is going to be the Core 45, munitions box, scavenger gloves, covert sneakers, bone conduction headset, Ghost TV camo, and the comms vest. Definitely go ahead and check out this BASB loadout. It is unbelievable. I know for a fact a lot of you guys can drop your first nuke with it. Now, for class setup number 4, we are taking a look at the HRM9, or I should say the Grau 5.56, because that's what we are going to be transforming the submachine gun into. For the muzzle, we are going to be rocking the compensated flash hider. This is going to be a fantastic attachment on the HRM9, allowing us to have kind of a mini suppressor, but also bumping up that long range performance. For the barrel, you have to go ahead and rock the Princeps long barrel. This is going to give us a better iron sight, pretty much the Grau 5.56 iron sight model for 2019. Makes this weapon as easy to use at those longer ranges with that increased bullet velocity, as well as aiming idle sway and firing aiming stability. Now, for the underbarrel, I do recommend rocking the FTech MSP98 hand stop. Again, if you don't have this unlocked, get it unlocked immediately. It does a lot of beautiful things on a lot of the ARs as well as submachine guns. Luckily, the HRM9 is fixed here in multiplayer now, so we are taking advantage of the 50 round drum. The fire rate is rather fast with the submachine gun AR hybrid. And then finally, we are going to be rocking a stock, and the folding stock is going to be a great option, going ahead and bumping up that recoil control, gun kick control, and firing aiming stability. In the firing range, you're going to see that we have a class setup. that's going to be incredibly easy to use at those longer ranges. It's going to be nice, and we're also going to have the ability of kind of having a shortened radar ping, which is always a massive W here. For the main of the setup, we are going to be utilizing the Core 45, the munitions box, scavenger gloves, covert sneakers, bone conduction headset, as well as ghost with the comms vest. Definitely do not sleep on the HRM9. The Growl 5.56 conversion is the real deal, and I know for a fact a lot of you guys will be able to drop your first nuke or at least a high KD gameplay with this setup. Now for class setup number 5, we are taking a look at the WSP Swarm. This weapon received a buff in the recent update, making it a lot better. It's a nasty melt machine now. For the muzzle, we are going to rock the compensated flash hider again, giving us a partial suppressor, but also bumping up that long range potential with that recoil control. Now, the barrel is going to be a mandatory attachment on this class setup, and the WSP Reckless 90 long barrel is phenomenal, further increasing that bullet velocity and range, and also recoil control at longer ranges. We're going to take all we can get with this submachine gun. For the underbarrel, we are going to rock the Camaro Ryan Vertical 03 grip. This is going to be a nasty attachment going ahead and pretty much removing all of the annoying wobble this weapon does have. So make sure you guys go ahead and rock this on your setup. We're getting gun kick, vertical, aim idle sway, and firing aiming stability. It's going to be unstoppable with this 3 attachment combo. Now, because the fire rate is fast, a magazine is going to be preferred, and I like to rock the 100 round drum. If you don't feel like you need it, the 40 is also a good option, but let's be honest here, y'all. The 100 round, since we have it, we're going to go ahead and utilize it. And then finally, we are going to go for a stock, and we're going to be rocking the Fortress Heavy stock to go ahead and further bump up that recoil control, giving us an absolute melt machine. Once you jump in the firing range, you're going to see here, this setup is stupid, guys. It's amazing, man. It's going to be an absolute melt machine. Definitely go ahead and give this WSP Swarm a try. You're going to be outgunning assault rifle players at their respective ranges. Believe that. Now, for the main of the setup, we are rocking the Core 45, munitions box, scavenger gloves, covert sneakers, bone conduction headset, and then finally Ghost TV camo with the comms vest. This is a nasty build. Give it a go. You're going to be destroying everybody you come across. These are going to be the top 5 fastest killing guns in Modern Warfare 3 right now after the recent update. If there are 2 sets I want you to check out immediately, definitely go ahead and give the MCW a go after the recent update, and also go ahead and run it back with the WSP Swarm. You will not be disappointed. If this video did help you out and you increased your KD ratio, potentially drop your first nuke, let me know down in the comment section. And as always, drop a like on the vid, subscribe to the channel, get those notifications. Catch you guys in the next one, man. Deuces.